I've been trading for 9 years, and I've been a full-time trader since 2021, but my journey was by no means the easy road, and it took me 3 years of consistent losing, the break-even dance, before I made any real progress. And it wasn't because I was bad at recognizing setups on the charts. It wasn't because I didn't understand structure or price action or liquidity. It was because I wasn't showing up as a trader, as someone worthy of being funded millions of dollars, as someone worthy of pulling tens of thousands of dollars out of the market each month. So, losing for 3 years to quitting my 9 to 5 job and being a full time trader was quite a journey. This book that I'm about to show you and talk about completely changed my brain chemistry. It was my aha moment. It was, oh my gosh, I'm doing this all wrong. And this helped me break through from complete losing streak, just losing 3 years, banging my head against a wall, wanting just to give it all in at many points, to resigning from my 9 to 5. And I've been a full-time trader now since 2021. It's my gig, it's my full-time gig. And this book helped me so much. And I know it's going to really, really help you too. I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm going to jump straight into this. The book's Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zealand. Now, I read this every year. It's a big book, but it's worth your time and your attention. Now, if you listen to what he's saying, Vadim Zealand's a quantum physicist. He's very, very smart, intelligent guy. And everything he's writing about in this book, if you put into practice, will change your life, will improve your trading 100%. It's most likely you don't have a technical problem, your problem's up here. So these are my top 6 concepts from reality transurfing and how they helped me specifically in trading. So the first concept is called the space of variations. Vadim Zealand talks about that every possible version of your reality already exists. Okay, so you're living one reality and you're focused on one, but every time you make a decision, it veers off and creates another reality, and they're all happening at the same time. It's like a video game where all the levels already exist. If you crack open a new video game, you start from the bottom in level 1, but all of the other levels have already been coded into the game. They exist, you just can't access them yet. And to access the next levels, you have to upgrade your character. And it's exactly the same with the game of life we're playing. Your mindset and your energy determine what levels are available to you. So if you go through life improving your stats, going on side quests, building up your character, you will have access to higher and higher levels. That's what he talks about in the space of variations. In trading specifically, most traders are stuck in the cause mode. So you might think, if I win this trade, then I'll feel confident that my plan works. Or if I pass this challenge, then I'll believe that trading's not a scam, that trading works, right? You want something, and then the cause and the effect is going to give you an outcome. But in reality transurfing, he says you don't wait for the result to become the version of you who succeeds. So good. You become that version first, and the results reflect the identity back to you. So if you think about this, wherever you are in your journey, there is another version of you who has $1 million of prop firm capital already. That version of you also wakes up calm and confident and composed every morning, and you see the market clearly. You don't flinch, you don't hesitate, you just show up, you trade your plan, you follow your rules like clockwork. You also withdraw consistent profits. It's not a big deal. You get paid out from props, you build your personal, you get consistent profits put into your bank account, funds your dream life. It's normal. It's the normality of how you make money. That version of you already exists. You're just not aligned to it yet. You don't have access to that yet because you need to resonate with that version of you already. You can't jump over to that version of you and then work out how to be that person. You need to be that person now. And when you are living with an alignment of the identity of that person, these timelines, they collapse. They collapse, and you are able to quickly jump over or surf onto a new wave, onto a new timeline where that's just normal for you. It's not special, it's normal. I like to think of it like your prop firm dashboard. Like, say you log into your Apex and you've got all these funded accounts here, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was a loss, that was a loss, I blew that account, I blew that account. You've got heaps of these blown accounts. It's a mirror, not a scoreboard. It reflects who you are being, not what you wish for. Of course, when we start out, we all wish that we can have all of this large funding, right? You've done the math, you've put it in, you realize if I have this much funding, then I only need to make this much percentage, and then I can afford everything I want. You've probably done the math. But it's reflecting not what you wish for and what you want, but who you are being right now. So you're probably not being the kind of person who is capable of managing that kind of money yet. So when you force a trade, that's the identity of a desperate, unfunded trader. When you break a rule in your plan, that's the identity of a reactive amateur. When you detach, though, and you follow your rules, you follow your plan, that's the identity of a money-making machine. That's the identity of someone who's consistent, who's at the top of the ladder. That's someone who's consistent. Now pulling money out of the market all the time, not giving it a second thought. Okay? You don't change your results to become someone new. You change who you are being, and the results just match. It's not about finding another strategy or improving your strike rate. It's about changing who you are and the acts of who you are. All right. Number 2 is pendulums. This was an eye-opening concept for me. Pendulums are thought energy structures created by groups. Think news medias, Twitter X, fearful-based communities, all that thing. They take your energy and they pull you off your path. They siphon your energy source. Think of it like, I always think of it like this, okay? You've got the rage bait reactors on Twitter, the big loudmouth people who are just spamming stuff out there in order to get a reaction. They create these pendulums because over one side you might have, let's take ICT, right? Oh, ICT is the best guru, the best trader, the best mentor ever. And then you have the band on the other side who think he's an absolute scammer, right? If you engage in a commentary with either side, whether you idolize him or you think he's full of shit, if you engage in that debate on X, on social media, you are feeding the pendulum. It is pulling you off your path. If there's someone on Twitter, on X, sorry, X, gotta stop saying Twitter. If there's someone on X who is saying something that you find outlandish, they are doing it on purpose to gain your reaction. That reaction gets them views, it boosts them up the algorithm, it creates a bigger following for them. You need to stop reacting to these people. Stop commenting. Even if they say this one thing that makes you feel so annoyed, you need to ignore it. Don't feed the pendulum anymore. It's pulling you off your path. Okay? ICT can defend himself. Okay? You don't need to pipe in. That's what I just said. In trading, they show up as YouTubers screaming, "This will 100x tomorrow! Like, buy this cat dog coin. It's about to go to the moon," right? Like some random coin. Discord chats. Some of the Discord chats I've been in over the years, they are just full of panic and greed. Okay, I see it. Everyone's trading a similar strategy. You have one red day, people are losing their head. They're losing their head. Why would you worry about having a red day when you've done the back testing? You know the data has a potential to lose 5 days in a row. Why would you then worry if this is day one? It makes no sense. And the rage beta on Twitter disrespecting your guru, this is a big one. I don't see as much engagement as when people disrespect someone's idol. It's crazy. These are pendulums. These pendulums are literally energy vampires. They don't care if you win or lose. They don't care if you're right or wrong or what you believe in. They just want your emotional charge, your frustration, or your excitement, or your desperation, or your urgency. The more you react, the more you feed them. Then the more you feed them, the more off course you become. Okay? You stop trading your edge, you forget your plan, and you start chasing these trades, and you call it intuition. Unless you've spent 8 to 10 years trading, your intuition's not strong enough to stick to it. You need a plan. That's how you have the confidence, right? To quit your job, by the way. It's not intuition. You can't have intuition yet. Intuition comes from tens of thousands of hours staring at candlesticks. You need to build up to intuition. The third one is excess potential and importance. This was the biggest one for me. So really pay attention and take some notes here, okay? The more importance you give something, the more imbalance you create. This universe swings to neutralize it, often in the form of resistance or loss. If you go into a trading day and you say, I need this trade to win, you're already losing. That I'm going to win at all costs, hunger, no sleep, work super hard, grind at it attitude, it's not what you think it is. It's just an attachment to an outcome. You're saying, I don't have this yet. I'm lacking a funded account. I'm desperate for a funded account. Please fix this. You can't want and have at the same time. So every time you come into a, say, jump on, we get a new funded account, right? Let's say it's a 100K account. You really, really, really want to pass this. Okay, you've done the math. You think, if I can pass this and I can make my percentage that I know I'm capable of, I can quit my job. I can buy the things. I can do the things. It's great. You put it on this pedestal because you don't have it yet, and it's very important. As soon as you do that, though, you're lacking. Your inner panic is going to repel. As soon as you do that, you're lacking it. And the moment even a trade, even a live trade goes into the red, you're going to panic. You're going to repel that very thing that you're trying to attract. You can't want and have at the same time. The moment you inflate something as I must have this, like it's life or death, like I must pass this challenge, this trade must work, your inner will becomes so unstable. And the universe, which is always seeking balance, neutralizes it. Okay, it's exactly like the markets. Okay, that's why fair value gaps and imbalances work, because the markets like balance. They always come back to fill a point of balance. It's the exact same thing in the whole entire universe. If you put something on a high pedestal, you really want it. It's out of your grasp, but you really want it and you're reaching for it. The universe has to stabilize it, to seek that balance. And by doing it, because you've swung this pendulum all the way up here, you're grasping at straws trying to get this funded account, swings the other way, and it's often a lot more violently. This is where the law of detachment really, really comes in, and you need to understand this law, is that funded account that you're so desperately trying to pass, if you were already living in alignment with the version of you that's already a successful trader, you're not caring about that challenge because you pass challenges every other week, every other month. You want to scale your capital, you buy a new one and you don't think about it. You tack it on the end of a trade copier and you just trade like normal and you're adding hundreds of thousands of dollars to your capital. You don't think about it. It's just normal. It's already done. So you need to think like that. You can't go, I need everything in alignment to help me pass this challenge. I have had a few students and they come in and they say, look, I've lost my job. I've got 2 months until I'm dead broke. I have to make this training thing work in 2 months. And I have to say, you can't. Like, realistically, as soon as you put that much importance on it, it's lost. You're already losing. So the ability to be able to detach from the outcome, and I understand when you start this game, you start because you want a different life. I understand. I feel that. I've been where you are. You want a different life, maybe for your family and things outside of yourself, and you are so desperate and you can see the path and you know the opportunity is real, but the wanting and the needing ensures you won't get it. You really need to detach from that and not care. The fourth one is the wave of fortune. Adam Zealand talks about it like there's positive energy that flows like a wave. And when you're in a state of joy and gratitude and lightness and ease, you just surf this wave of success, this golden wave of fortune through all of these lifelines that you can just ride if you maintain this inner state of gratefulness and joy and lightness, right? This was quite a revolutionary one for me as well, because what I did is I started using gratitude as part of my trading strategy. So I used to say, I'll be happy when I pass the challenge, or I'll be happy once I hit 10K a month, or I'll be proud of myself when I finally quit my job. What I didn't understand though was the delaying gratitude delays the reality. If you withhold joy until you succeed, you are just reinforcing subconscious beliefs. You're saying, I'm not there yet. I'm lacking. I'm chasing. That's what you're putting out there. There's the lack and the chase because you can't afford to give yourself a little bit of gratitude and be proud of yourself for how far you have come. This causes this frequency loop of negativity. So I started celebrating, but it wasn't a trade. Like if a trade was in profit, it's not, I don't care about that, right? I celebrated if I followed my rules. I celebrated if I skipped a trade because it didn't fit the plan. Okay, I bowed out of it. I celebrated if a stop loss was hit because that means I put my stop loss in the correct spot as per my plan and it saved my capital. That's a good thing. I would celebrate if I maintained a relaxed, neutralized state throughout a session. I wasn't grinding my teeth. I wasn't clenching my fists. I had good kind of strong posture, very easy breezy. I wasn't pacing around the house. Just I was in a trade and that was either going to win or it wasn't. And I just was calm. I would celebrate that kind of action. This reinforced the identity that I was already a professional disciplined trader. And then my reality just caught up because I was doing the things that I would do if I was already super successful. The other thing about me bringing gratitude into my trading strategy is I reminded myself how grateful I was for the opportunity to learn to trade. The fact that the information exists, the fact that I could do it on my laptop, on my phone. You know what it was like back in the day on Wall Street in the pits? We have it so easy now. The fact that there are companies out there that'll give you millions of dollars to trade with if you stick to the rules. So if you become a disciplined trader, then you don't have to, you need money to make money doesn't exist anymore. There is endless opportunity for you. It is insane, the opportunity that's here, and you need to be grateful for that every day. Sometimes I go online and I see people yapping about prop firms. Oh, the rules are so unfair. No, they're not. The only other opportunity is that you're saving, trading a $10, $100 account, trying to flip that and then blowing it up. This is better. I've traded before prop firms and I've traded during and after prop firms, and I can guarantee this opportunity is incredible and you need to be grateful for it. All you need to do is stick within the rules. If you find the rules unfair, then you need to change your edge a little bit. You need to change your strategy because you can find patterns that fit perfectly within these rules. And if you are struggling, you want me to give away one of my strategies that I use to scale Apex accounts, then let me know in the comments and I'll know you finished this video and then you deserve a reward. Number 5 is my final one for you, is the mirror principle. The mirror principle goes like this. Reality is a mirror that reflects your inner state. Okay, it doesn't respond instantly. It has a lag. So you must act as if the desired result is already true. Now, the greatest manifestation writers, esoteric writers, new age spirituality writers, everything you hear out there is going to be the exact same thing. Neville Goddard is going to say the exact same thing. It starts in the mind. You must act as if it's already true. You must act as if you are already that trader. Then what you're experiencing in the 3D captures up. This is so unbelievably true, and I did not believe it at first. I sit here now and it's just so obvious from the experiences and the lived experiences I've had. But when you are struggling and you're losing money and it feels just horrible down in the dumps, it's hard to ignore all of that and go, this is who I am, this is what's happening, and I'm waiting for it to catch up. Because it does have a lag. It takes a little bit of time. It's not instant, thank goodness. Imagine if all of our thoughts were instantly true, it would be chaos. But you have to act as if it's already happened. That's the secret. It really, truly is the secret. You need to approach each day like you're already consistently profitable. Your identity is going to shape that reality. It's not the other way around. You're not going to get profitable first and then feel like a profitable trader. It's the other way around. Now, I used to believe that once I got the consistent results, that then I would feel confident. Then I'll follow my plan. I'll just pass this prop evaluation. Then I'll stick to a plan. I'll just risk 100% of my drawdown. But when I pass, then I'll stick to my risk management. No, you won't. No, you won't. You need to do it now. You need to prove to yourself that you can stick to it now. The results don't create the identity. The identity creates the results. Now, this book was truly life-changing for me. You need to pick it up and you need to read it, and you need to read it every year, and you need to implement what he is talking about in these books. It works for everything in life, but it feels so specific to trading. You're reading through and you're like, oh my goodness, like that relates so much to the markets and so much to my journey. One of those concepts, if you focus on just one of these concepts that I talked about, it will improve your life. It'll improve your results and you have a better time trading. Like imagine a nice, relaxed, stress-free trading journey. Like that's what could be on the cards if you just do the work. Thank you for listening to me harp on and yap on for the last however long this video is going to be when I edit it. I'm going to be making these videos very regularly. So if there are topics you want covered, from technicals, from strategies, from mindset, anything in the trading space, I am here to help you. I am here to guide you to profitability. I want you to succeed more than anything. So hit me up in the comments. Do the thing. This is my first video. So, like, subscribe, all of that cool stuff. And I will be back with another awesome video very soon.